Hello, me bells! I am Jodan54. Welcome back to Jodan54's Super Mario Galaxy walkthrough. In the last episode, we did the first of the Trial Galaxies, the Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. A version 2, if you will, of the Rolling Green Galaxy. It's time to do another version 2. This one's the version 2 of the... I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. The mission was called Through the Poison Swamp. I'm trying to remember what the name... Bubble Breeze Galaxy. That was the original. This one is the Bubble Blast Galaxy. A version 2 of the Bubble Breeze Galaxy, where instead of a poison swamp, you're gonna have something that's much cooler, in my opinion, and much, much harder. An electric labyrinth. Oh boy! Yeah, this one's pretty hard too. Oh, none of these trial galaxies are an easy task, that's for sure. Someone, because I gave the original of this, Through the Poison Swamp, I gave it 2 stars, which would translate to normal, which is the green face, the smiling but closed mouth face, if you will. The second easiest difficulty, and someone commented saying, "Oh come on, that level was ridiculously hard. Better give it a 7." And I'm there like, well, have you tried this galaxy? Cause it's oh no. You know what? I'm gonna preemptively move my sensor bar up here. The Mac that I'm using to capture my... Oh no! The Mac that I'm using to capture my footage, the top of it is extremely hot. Because Macs are really bad at cooling. So, I have it on there, and I hope this won't take too long, because I don't want to burn my sensor bar, because it really is that hot. All it takes is precision, gotta fit into some tight spaces. The hitboxes are not very generous. So try to stick to the center of the safe zone. Otherwise, you could end up in a very black holy death. And no one likes black holy deaths. Regardless of how holy they may be. The star is divided into 2 segments. A get the star pieces oh, come on, cursor, don't do this to me now. Divided into 2 segments. Collect the star pieces, and then truly go through an electric labyrinth. This hardly is an electric labyrinth. It's an electric scavenger hunt, if you will. Okay. It's this corner of the screen that I'm the most worried about. Thankfully, the way the camera works, I think that I shouldn't have to worry about that quadrant of the screen too much. Here we go. Into the next one. You can get the question mark coin if you want. Watch out for the mines. As you know, everything you see, if it hits your bubble, it's instant death. And whatever you do, don't press the Z button, because that is also instant death. That will make you ground pound out of the bubble, which is not an optimal strat by any stretch of the imagination. The trick is to take your time. There is absolutely no rush. To my knowledge, no mission involving a bubble like this in either Galaxy game has any sort of time limit in conjunction with insta-death with the bubble. So just keep that in mind. Slow and steady is absolutely the name of the game. Because this is one of the longer stars. It's one of my favorite, like, really hard levels. It's right on the cusp of demon difficulty. As a kid, I had a lot less difficulty with this than I did with the other 2 Trial Galaxies, which is why I give this an insane rather than a demon. Which I know is going to give me some comments saying that I am an absolute madman, especially if I die a lot. which is very likely. So there we go. And you should also take extra care to not try and repeat any of these segments. I think you can go back if you think that you've already done one of these. Yeah, the pipe stays there. And in fact, if you really want to be daring, I think you can actually long jump off of that ledge onto the Sling Star. But that is not recommended. Oh. Hear that? That's a sound of fire, baby! Aw, jeez. My cursor just basically disappeared there. Trust me, I know I want to keep my cursor on the screen. Oh, jeez. No rush, no rush. I do not believe that you need to get that question mark coin for anything, because that Sling Star is already there. Get it if you want to. Get it if you feel like you can do so without dying. I think it gives you, like, coins or star bits or something. Which, even then, that's a distraction from your movement. So, I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, we already did this one. So we can just go right back. And do the top one. If you want to, you can try and match up the segments with the star pieces up top. Obviously, you don't have to, but it's a good way to remember, just to save a little bit of time. Not that you need to, and not that you should have the mentality of saving time, really. Because that is the losing mentality. You do not want to have a priority of saving time on a mission like this. Because you could end up instantly dying. If your bubble gets crushed by those platforms, it's instant death as well. So, with that, the fifth piece will appear. And now we just have to navigate our way to a Sling Star like this one. That is very, very stressful. If I remember correctly, once you do this, there is a checkpoint before you get to the main part of the level, which is right here. Oh, just a little break. Because we need to get through this, man. Oh man, if you thought that was hard, I think I remember this part being even harder. I do have 11 lives, so at this point, I believe you come back here if you die. Now, instead of scavenging, it's navigation. Take 3. I don't even know if I should count that one. I'm gonna count it in the death counter, but that is probably the dumbest death I've had in the history of the channel of Joe954. Scratching my face and I hit the Z button. Don't do that. I seriously need to figure out how to fix my issue with the sensor bar. I don't know. Maybe I'm too low? Or too high, I should say? I don't get it. This cursor just does whatever it wants. Whatever. Let's see what we can do. Now you go down here, that is not a flamethrower, it is a bullet bill blaster. Get a head start on it and lose your cursor. And move forward, and oh my god. That's one of the few generous hitboxes in this level, actually. Your bullet bill does kind of have to deeply penetrate your bubble before it actually, is a serious threat to you. Okay. Wow, you see this cursor, right? Whoa! Starting to wonder if it's the controller or not. Normally I don't yawn, but you clearly see that this is not my fault. Okay, so this is an interesting part right here, because you'll navigate through here, and you'll notice that those little balls on the edge of the electric current are kind of sticking out of the platform. I tried this as a kid. Those will kill you. Don't touch the electric balls. They are just as electrified as the current itself. Now watch for the tracks of the mines as well. This is the part where you actually do kind of need to hurry, because the bullet bills are fast, and if you're not, then you will just as quickly be heading to your demise. There are lots of bullet bills now. a lot of them won't actually even home in on you because they're too far away. And there it is, there's the power star. Whoa! You really have to hurry there. And that'll do it! 2 trial galaxies down. 1 remains. The hardest of the 3, in my opinion. I'm sure some people thought the Electric Labyrinth was the hardest of the 3 missions. I personally think it's the least difficult. I just had a couple stupid deaths. And if it weren't for those, then I definitely would have beaten it on my first try and freaked out about it. Don't get me wrong. It is a very hard level. But with that, I will leave the next Trial Galaxy for the next episode, and I will see you then. Keep looking forward, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. And I almost said a naughty word on the one series that I want to keep PG on this channel, so... That shows how stressful this level is. Oh! I was doing pretty well there, honestly. Take 2. For all intents and purposes, I was doing pretty well. With all the cursor issues that I was experiencing. But yeah, this level gets pretty stressful. Now, basically the way it works is, oh wow. You guys see my cursor, right? This is what I have to deal with here. Oh. That's why you don't press the Z button, kiddies. I was just scratching my face and that happened.